Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most realistic video games that I've ever seen. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, when I first saw this clip on Twitter, I was actually stunned. I thought it was some sort of like IRL body cam footage, you know, maybe like some guy playing paintball or something, but I was quickly stunned to see that this actually wasn't real, and I feel like when you guys get your first look at this whole thing too, you're going to be pretty mind blown about this too. It's actually pretty crazy how far video game technology has gone, and from my understanding, this is actually a game that's not being made by like a AAA studio where they would have millions of dollars of resources at their disposal and dozens if not hundreds of people on their team working on this game. From what I understand, this is like one guy basically making this all by himself, which that makes this even more impressive. Like, I don't care what anyone says, if you have the skills, if you have the talent to pull something like this off alone, man, like you can do all kinds of stuff. Like, there's really nothing stopping you from doing anything. I mean, the amount of intelligence and like talent at, you know, art and everything that this would genuinely take to do on a solo basis like this genuinely shocked me. Like, just looking at it and realizing that this is like an indie game, right? So from what I'm reading on this tweet, this whole game is made in Unreal Engine, and it is an indie developer making this. And that just makes it even crazier, because if you don't know anything about like gaming engines, Unreal Engine, it's like a free to use engine. It is really good. A lot of like high tier AAA titles even use it, but I didn't know it had the capabilities to make such photorealistic graphics. Like, I'm being dead serious. Once you see this footage, man, you're gonna be blown away. I mean, this is legitimate a piece of art right here. Like, this is insane. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the footage for you guys to take a look at, then we'll come back here and kind of talk about it. So alright, so you guys saw the footage. Before we get any further in the video, I want to remind you that only 50% of you have subscribed to the channel. If you want to make sure to see all of my daily Optimus uploads, go ahead and make sure to hit that sub button down below. Also, make sure to turn on notifications so you get a little notification right on your phone every time I upload a video. But yeah, you saw the video footage, and I mean, it's crazy, man. Like, this looks like some dead-ass like police body cam type footage, you know? Like, this looks like one of those videos that a police department would release after, like, you know, the police go in and they take down some criminal in like a bank robbery or something like that. The graphics are phenomenal. I mean, the gun looks pretty much just like real life. The muzzle flashes. The audio, I noticed, is also pretty good, because while it is like, it's not super great like in terms of the quality of the audio, I think it's made to like kind of match that like body cam footage of audio, because if you don't realize, this is a body cam style game. This is not like a first person shooter or anything like that. The entire game takes place from the perspective of like a body cam on the character, right? So you're not shooting by aiming down the sights like you would in like Call of Duty or something like that. This whole thing operates basically by, yeah, just, you know, hip firing and hoping you're hitting your shots and like learning how to shoot off that body cam perspective or whatever here. But that audio, it like kind of matches how a body cam would sound, and like everything kind of matches that. Like, the camera angle is like a little bit distorted, it looks like. There's like some bending in some of the support beams of the building and stuff to like indicate it's almost like a fisheye camera or something like that. The building is stupidly realistic. I mean, the glass looks realistic. The trees outside look realistic. I mean, once again, when I first saw this, I didn't really read the caption. I just kind of watched the video. I deadass thought this was like some footage out of like the Ukraine war or something for like 3 seconds, until I looked up and it said like, oh, hey, I'm working on this body cam style game. So this ended up going extremely viral. Like, one of the most viral tweets I've ever personally seen, especially for like an indie video game. As as of me recording this audio, it has been about 3 days since this was first posted over on Twitter, and in those 3 days, it's gotten almost 275,000 likes and almost 35,000 retweets, plus 6,000 quote tweets. So it's pretty damn phenomenal how people reacted to this game. And obviously, a lot of people were just as shocked as I was to discover that this was actually a video game in the first place and not like just some real life footage. Everybody is really excited about this game. Now, we don't really know much else about this game other than this. This is kind of just all we know for now is whatever's in this footage. I did take a little bit of a look through the developer and to their Twitter to see what's going on and kind of just see, you know, if there's any updates or anything. It doesn't really look like there's that many other updates for this game. Like, there's not really other footage of this game or anything like that. The person who did tweet this, the developer, did say they will be posting more videos soon. So if you want any sort of like updates on the perspective of this game, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link to the original tweet down below. That way you can see it and you can also follow the creator of the game. Now you might be sitting here wondering like, oh, well, Optimus, why are you even covering this in the first place? You know, yeah, it's cool. It's just a little video game or whatever. But at the end of the day, what is your purpose in all this? Honestly, man, as a fan of video games, I just love when people kind of push the boundaries of what a video game can be. And this game absolutely looks like it pushes a lot of boundaries. First and foremost, the developer didn't go down the route that most other developers would go. You know, like a lot of indie developers, if they were worried about making a game where you shoot people, they're just simply making either a first or third person shooter. You know, they're just like a first person shooter like COD or Battlefield or Halo, or they'd even go into like a third person like a Gears of War kind of game, right? And, you know, that like camera angle from the back type stuff, right? They would never, you would never see most game developers go down the route of like, oh, hey, let's make a game from the perspective of a body cam. And not only that, most developers could never make a game this realistic anyway. Like, I'm being dead serious, the graphics in this game by an indie developer, an Unreal Engine, genuinely looks better than like 99.9% of AAA titles coming out. And like, you've seen some of the footage of these other games, man, it's getting to the point where it's hard to discern what's a video game and what's reality to a certain point, right? But like, this takes that to a whole new level. Like, this is just a boundary pushing game all around. And to be honest with you, I really want to play this game. I'm actually pretty excited for it. Like, if I ever find out that this game drops on like Steam or something, this game is an instant cop for me just because of, once again, it pushing those boundaries and doing something different. It has a cool and unique perspective. The graphics are pretty impressive, and even like the gunfights look pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of hard really for me to like get into these kinds of gunfights from the perspective of just watching footage, but like, these were actually tense gunfights, you know, like it wasn't immediately apparent where the enemy was. Like, you have to actually, it seems like, you know, kind of use your senses to figure that out. You got to like maybe listen for audio cues, look for a little rustling in the bushes or something, you know, a head peeking out somewhere. It's just a different type of game, and I'm all for it, man. I'm one of those people, I'm all for something a little bit different. So honestly, I can't say I'm not impressed, and I'm definitely going to be following this person on Twitter. I actually just followed them as I'm recording this audio. I'm going to be following this person on Twitter. I'm going to be waiting for more updates on this game because I would love to get my hands on it and try it out. It would be absolutely phenomenal. So with that being said though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about the realistic body cam game from Twitter and signing out.